Hey everybody, Grant Floyd again with Wendell Well Services. Doing a quick video for you today about common questions we get asked in the field about drilling a well, putting a pump in, anything about wells. Questions we have over the phone that we answer all the time. So I'm going to go over some of these today, and I'm actually going to look at some of these that I've just got in today too. Probably the most common question we get asked from customers is, will my well go dry, or will a well on my property go dry? In short, yes, anything's possible. A well does sometimes dry up. This is very rare to see a small diameter, or what's called a punched well, dry up. These wells depend on aquifers down in the bedrock itself that are below the surface water. Generally, if a strong vein of water is hit in the rock, generally it's going to be there to serve you for years and years and years to come. In rare cases, we do have to drill wells deeper to find a different source of groundwater. But again, the key word throughout this question is yes, anything's possible. Yes, it does happen. Do we see it a lot? No, we don't, but it does happen. Another question commonly asked about people who are getting a new water well drilled is the water flow better deeper the well goes? Each well, and we tell this to every customer, but each well is unique. What may be true for some locations is not the same as a different location. We've drilled wells for people less than 20 feet apart and gotten different water flows at different depths. One may have more, one may have less. One may hit 3 aquifers with different water mounts in it. Another one may hit 5 or 6 aquifers. So well depth doesn't always dictate the actual yield of your well. Going deeper, however, does give a well more storage capacity, but does not always mean that more water will be obtained. Do we hit water by going deeper? Yes, we do. You don't ever really know if there's more water until you go deeper. Another question we get asked a lot is, do you witch for water? No, we do not witch for water and where to put your well based on water witching. Witching is a alleged way to find water and allegedly even oil and where it's hidden at under the ground. So short, we don't believe in witching, nor do we practice it in where to put a well. Which leads me into the next question is, where do you put a well, or how do you know where to put a well to drill? So we like to pick wells that are, number one, convenient for our clients. The customer is the one that's going to have to ultimately live with a well with where it is. Again, it's a small hole in the ground. It's only a 6 1/8 inch pipe going down in the ground. So we're not talking about a big footprint here, but still, we don't want it to be in the way of our customers if they're going to expand in the future by building buildings or clearing down trees or putting in more driveways. But at the same time, we want the location to be safe for everyone, as well as abide by all state and local codes and laws that tell us where to put a well. With the size and the weight of our drilling equipment, the well can't be located on a steep incline unless grading is done to help level the site out for our drill rig to get in. On a similar issue to this, a lot of people like to put the wells where they can be hidden, where they can't be seen, which a lot of times pushes wells into the trees, into the woods. We can drill in the trees and in the woods. We don't like to, but we can. Our machine is 40 feet tall when raised up in the air. So if we're going to be drilling in the trees have to be tall enough where they don't interfere with our mast being raised. We can't have any tree limbs that are poking out into the way. I spoke a little bit about state laws. We'll have to abide by state laws regarding setbacks from septic tanks, body of waters, property lines, barns, stables, things like that. Another asked question is, okay, I'm ready to do a well. When do I need to do it? What stage of construction do I need to drill in? Really, that answer is, we normally leave that up to the customer. You can drill a well anytime you like to drill it. A lot of our customers prefer to drill the water well before the house has even started construction. That way the well is drilled, they know they have water, they can then come back and put a pump in it anytime they need to. Other people like to do the same thing, drill the well before starting construction, so they have that sense of security that they know they have a good flow rate for their house or for their business. But at the same time, they like to go ahead and put a pump in the well so they can have water during the phases of construction. Temporary power or a generator is required to power the pump, but in most cases we will set the pump in the well, set the tank right next to the well with a valve on it, and have a couple of spigots for hose pipe connections. Then when the process of construction is closer to being done, we can take the tank and move the tank inside, or we can put a large cover around the tank out at the well and run the water line to the house. Some people like to wait until the end of construction and be ready to move into their house 5 or 6 weeks out and have us come out. So ultimately, the answer is, we'll drill the well at any time. It's really up to you, the customer, to determine what works best with your schedule and your time frame.